Pokemon Emerald version by OnTheCobb. Another day, another Pokemon. Third day. It's time to challenge the Petalburg Gym. I have 4 badges and stronger Pokemon. Ergo, I'm ready to fight. Norman, or Dad, uses, you guessed it, normal types, because his name is Norman Normalstein, as opposed to Draco Dragonborn. And yes, I would have preferred my name to be Cobb Dragonborn, as opposed to Cobb Normalstein. I suppose, considering my name, I should be using vegetable-type Pokemon, but I like to break the mold, not like the Pokemon ability Mold Breaker, and use all kinds of Pokemon, particularly the ones that are super powerful and or will win me the Battle Frontier, because being a winner is the only condition for my approval. Anyway, I need to concoct a strategy for Norman! I have 7 Pokemon to choose from, and I need to plan for his ace, Slacking. It's a Pokemon I thought about recruiting for my party, but scrapped because his Truant ability is too annoying. He can't attack every other turn. I need consistent attacks to win the Battle Frontier. Combuskin is my first choice because of his Double Kick. Fighting types are the only ones super effective against normal types. Aron is my second choice, since steel types have a good defense. Trapinch needs some training with EXP share. Kirlia, Pelipper, and Electrike can be my backups in case things go south. Here goes. Things went south hard. It was that Slacking. Its defense was unreal. It took a double kick head-on and was still standing. Then Norman used his super potion and Combuskin died. My other Pokemon weren't strong enough and died one after the other, leaving me with Pelipper. I was almost certain I'd lose. And then I saw it. I taught Pelipper Protect. Hope. My thoughts on Truant proved to be prophetic because, guess what? Fighting a Pokemon that can only attack every other move works in your favor if you're defending with Protect every other move. Yeah, I attacked when it couldn't, and protected when it could, and beat it easily. Water Gun and Wing Attack, over and over, whittled Slacking down and won me the Balance Badge. Ha! Pelipper, you goofy pelican son of a gun! But it gets better! Turns out Surf, the HM I won with the fight, can be taught to my HM dump Zigzagoon! So what if it made no sense? I'll happily float around the ocean on the back of a small raccoon. Surf's a good attack, but I wasn't quite ready to teach it to my Pokemon. I'll wait till I get the last 2 members of my party. Pelipper will just have to stick with Water Gun for now. Now I can surf. First thing I did was to backtrack to traverse all the water routes I could. That meant surfing the entirety of routes 105 through 109, catching Tentacool along the way. It was good training for Electrike and Lombre. Electrike especially, since a Flying-type gym was coming up next. Electrike became Manectric, and I even visited New Mauville to catch Magnemite and Voltorb. Combuskin training only. Walked around the sunken ship, needed dive to explore further. Oh. So, scrolling through my key items, I found the meteorite stolen from Professor Cosmo by Team Magma, then retrieved by me. I didn't give it back to Cosmo yet. I feel a little bad about not getting it right back to him, especially since I'm sure he'll give me something for it. But I can't waste time on that. I need to get to Route 119. I hate Route 119. It's always raining, which is annoying every time I have to battle and wait for the rain animation to stop at the beginning. And if the battle takes more than one turn, I have to rewatch it over and over. But that pales in comparison to the real thing I hate about this route. Feebas. Frickin' Feebas. I don't even have to explain it to you Pokemon veterans out there. All you need is one word, Feebas, and you understand perfectly. What's the problem? Feebas. What's got you frustrated? Feebas. Why did you throw your Game Boy Advance at the wall? Feebas. I'll explain it anyway, in case you're unaware. Feebas evolves into Melodic, a powerful water type with good stats. I'm not adding it to my team, but it has pretty good stats. The problem? You have to catch it by fishing. Sounds easy, right? Wrong. They only appear on 6 water tiles in all the 436 tiles. And sometimes you don't even get a Feebas, so you have to fish 4 or 5 times. If you find one by chance, great! Fish the heck out of that spot. If not, it could take you days to find the proper spot. And that's with a super rod. I was trying with a good rod. Somehow, past me was able to catch a Feebas. It was by pure dumb luck, and it was after I beat the Elite Four. I caught as many as I could and got a melodic. I'm not sure if present me has the patience for it, though. I tried anyway with the good rod, probably checking 6 or 7 water tiles. Nothing. Just stupid Magikarp that only knows Splash. What's even the point of that move besides contests? I caught one just to fill the Pokédex. The only good thing about it was catching the next Pokemon I'm planning to add to my team, Carvana. I had one of those when I was younger, and it was good then. Good for Dark-type and Water-type moves, especially after evolving it into a Sharpedo. So, it wasn't a total waste. Caught a Tropius and a Linoone along the way. Fought Team Aqua at the Weather Institute, and won me a cast form. I also evolved Combuskin and Trapinch into Blaziken and Vibrava. The reason being, I wanted to fight Maze Swampert. I reasoned that your rival's Pokemon will only be the Final Evolution starter if your own starter was also Final Evolution. So, I leveled up my Blaziken. Turns out, it doesn't work that way. I'll never get to see Maze Swampert. It'll only ever get as far as a Marshtomp. As if completing the National Pokédex isn't tough enough, the developers couldn't even have you face off against a fully evolved starter. You want to complete the Pokédex? Then force a friend to get the game and trade with them. So unfair. And another thing! Why is it that I can battle every Pokemon in existence in the Battle Frontier, but none of them are registered in the National Pokédex? Was it so bad to just give the players that the developers were like, nah, go trade with Fire Red and leave Green? Sorry about that tirade. I'm cool now. I get to Fort Tree City, and my Pokemon are in peak condition. Sort of. Actually, they're all sick with a strange disease. So, apparently, all that Feebas searching wasn't for nothing. One of the stupid Magikarp had the Pokerus virus. I've never gotten this before, so I have no idea what to expect. I looked it up. Oh my. So, the Pokerus virus allows your Pokemon to gain more stats every time they level up. Instead of a 1 or a 2, they get 3 or 4. Maybe more. In other words, if I keep leveling them up with Pokerus, their attack, speed, defense, special attack, and special defense would be higher than usual. I switched out every one of my main team Pokemon so they all have Pokerus, then, for good measure, infected a spare Pokemon, coughing seemed fitting, and kept it in a separate box. Pokerus lasts a day or 2 at best, but hopefully I can keep rotating my Pokemon so they keep getting sick and stuff. It's like monopolizing the chickenpox, only it's exclusively beneficial. Prepare yourselves, Battle Frontier. I have illness on my side! Even Nurse Joy is like, your Pokemon have a terrible illness! Pokerus! Oh no! What are the symptoms? They get stronger every time they level up! If only Wally was sickly with this disease. He might just turn into a young Fabio. Speaking of Wally, he apparently ditched his aunt, uncle, and worried father to go on a Pokemon journey. What a rebel. I'm sure he'll be fine. So, riddled with disease, my Pokemon team went to take on Winona! Except we couldn't because something invisible was blocking our way. I actually forgot about this, but it's a Kecleon. Had to go to Route 120 first and talk with Steven and get the Devon Scope. Now I can encounter all the invisible Pokemon blocking my way to the future. 6. 6 times, and then I don't use it ever again. Okay, well, that detour was pointless. Aside from catching a Kecleon, I mean. Can I do the gym now? Good. Took on Winona and her flying types. Manectric, Blaziken, and Vibrava were all I needed. Vibrava's Dragon Breath was a good match against her ace, Altaria. Feather Badge, gimme. Fly, gimme. Taught it to Vibrava for now. I also got the TM Aerial Ace, which I taught to Blaziken to replace Peck. Also replaced his Ember with Blaze Kick. Carvana leveled up as well, becoming Sharpedo before I knew it. And then, oh my stars, Curly evolved into Gardevoir. Happy day. Now I have to go down Route 20, but for now I'm pleased to take a break. Blaziken, Lombre, Gardevoir, Pelipper, Aron, Manectric, Vibrava, Sharpedo. 8 Pokemon down, 1 to go. Then I'll have a solid team against the Battle Frontier. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to fly to Fall Arbor and deliver this meteorite back to Professor Cosmo. Cobb, away!